What up, my friends? I'm back with another video tonight. I do plan to do one more review on the One Piece film, which is going to be 59 minutes long, so about nearly an hour. So as soon as I've done this review, I'm gonna put it on and watch it. Of course, I have to dig through the DVDs just to get it out. Easier than watching on the apps, though. That way, it'll be an official sub. Anyway, I'm viewing the first Hunter x Hunter movie, The Phantom Rouge, released back in January of 2013. I thought the film was released after the series ended, but no. Episode 148 premiered on September 2014, 1 year later. So my guess is this was before those arcs happened, before Greed Island, but they already animated scenes from the manga, but that would be spoiling now. So I'm awfully confused. Like, if you have any reason about this movie, like, when this movie released in January 2013, what arc was still going on? What episode was on? If you know, let me know down in the comments below, because I didn't watch this on the app, by the way. Because it's not available on Blu-ray here in the UK, even though we got seasons volumes 1 through 5 on Blu-ray. No, I'll show you. Oh, I'm watching this film on the pretense I already finished the series. Here, the Blu-rays. It's birthed onto half of it for the Hunter exam arc. York New, Heaven's Arena in York New City, Part 1. Part 2, York New City along with Greed Island. Greed Island Chimera Ants arcs. Chimera Ants and 13 Chimera Election arcs. Those are the Blu-rays I got, but no film releases for some reason. Which is odd, because, again, Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't have one either. But they do release other films on Blu-ray, like the My Hero Academia's movies, which makes sense because they're canon. They could have just done it. Make films not canon easier to do. That way, if you already watch the series, they won't mention anything in the films. That's why they're never canon. Just to tell a fun story, not to fill anything. This was a good movie, by the way. I enjoyed it. Now, it's called The Phantom Rouge. Just by the image, you think you'll focus on Kurapika. Because the Phantom Trooper on the poster. Well, you're half right. But the Phantom Trooper barely in the film. Like, they only have 2 appearances. I'm not joking. Like, they only have 2 appearances throughout the entire movie. So, yeah. This takes place after the York New City arc, but before the Greed Island arc. So, it's obviously not canon, but we can tell where it takes place just by dialogue from the film. Because it obviously has to take place before Greed Island, because they can't use their Nen abilities yet. Now, the second film does have Biscuit in it, and she does make a cameo along with Kite and Jean at the end of the film. So it's pretty interesting. Which would I call my favorite arc? I really don't know, actually. I like all of them, how it focuses on the characters. And it says the anime is going to be coming back sometime this year. It says it's going to be released sometime in 2022. So, I'm most likely releasing either November or December 2022. That makes sense. They adapted a lot 2 arcs that were in the manga. Most likely, some reason, I guess the 2 arcs that came after the Chimera election arc weren't adapted. At least the Dark Cauldron arc wasn't adapted for some reason. I mean, was it finished at the time? Even if it wasn't, they could still produce the anime and adapt the early chapters. While waiting for more chapters to come out. And again, they couldn't be sure Togashi would be on Togashi would actually finish the deadline and stuff. So maybe that's why they didn't continue the anime. Just want to wait for Togashi to finish the story first. You know, the anime last came out in 2014. Eight years. It's been 8 years since Hunter x Hunter ended. But I'm glad it's coming back, and I'm already caught up. As you know, I got the Blu-rays, but I didn't watch them. I use the apps. Still. Also, we got confirmation on Bleach. It's confirmed it's going to be coming to Disney Plus in a few parts of the world. It'll be outside of the US, that is. It's going to be on Hulu in the US. So it's going to be in certain countries. I do not know at least the original anime, as in all episodes of the original anime, not the Bells and Year Blood Bowl. So yeah, I do not know if the Thai series will come to the Disney Plus UK. I highly doubt it. I mean, after all, we're not lucky. I mean, we did get lucky to receive English dub of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Die 2020 reboot. We're lucky that that's the first time it was ever dubbed and released only here in the UK so far. So we're lucky on that, but that's it. And it's just partially censored. No uncut experience. The only time we can get uncut experience on anime is these Blu-rays and DVDs. So yeah, we don't have Adult Swim here, so they can't air anime. And anime we get fucking Pokemon. I never get Pokemon, but I'm getting tired of seeing kids anime. I want to see the mature storytelling. Oh crap, this video's already 7 minutes and I haven't even talked about the film yet. What am I say? So, I'm trying my best to get through this. So the film opens up with a flashback to Hiro's first kill. Yumi is watching over him, giving advice on how to be an assassin. And Hiro makes his first kill. Yumi gives him a warning not to make any friends that betray him, or in other cases, he'll betray them. So, and he kills 3 kids. You don't see them. We see bits of the kids, but you don't see them up close. And that's we see the kids, we see their blood on the walls. You know, Kilo told him to stop. And I thought it was just a dream by going to Kilo on a blimp for some reason. And to a city's name I can't remember. Have a bit of a fun little childish argument on the plane. And well, they're kind of scared of the flight conductor when the why'd you where'd you know those women who flight hostess, that's it. Can't remember then. Because I've never been on a plane. Not once. So anyway, we arrive at the city and we run into Leorio. Meets up with him specifically. He tells him we get informed of what's going on. They're called here because something happened to Kurapika. Basically, there's people see there are rumors go on that a member of the Curtain, there's a survivor of the Curtain clan is in the city. Leorio wasn't sure, but he told Kurapika just in case, and they went to investigate. And turns out they found this guy, and turns out someone Kurapika knew. Pyro. Pyro's blind. When he wants to feel Kurapika's face, he opens his eyes, feel no eyes there. Like he's... I thought that could have been some type of hot vivid dream with Kurapika, you know? Because this film not just focuses on Kurapika, but also focuses on Killua. Are two focus, but I say Chimera and I say these two arcs given a better focus. You know, because they more focus on his friendship with Gon. And my favorite arc with it, my favorite arc, Killua. Well, my favorite Killua moment comes in the last arc. What he does to save his friend Gon. And he's mostly on his own for the few episodes. Up until episode 9. Which I think was a great way to show his situation was so dire. Anyway. You see, this Pyro took Kurapika's eyes. You don't know where he's gone now. So, Kurapika's resting. They go visit him. And Kurapika wakes up. He's glad to hear that his friends are here. One thing I like about this film is you see the get together again. We haven't seen them together since York New City. That's the last time we saw the characters together before splitting off in Green Island. Kurapika was absent for the last arc. We just see cameos of him. That's it. And there's something that made me think. Anyway. Don't ask if they know what can they tell him about Pyro? Pyro was actually a blind kid, a good friend of Kurapika's. They would have probably led a peaceful life with the Cutter clan if they didn't find that specific book. At least Kilo Kurapika was lucky to be alive. Even if he didn't find that book and stayed, he would have been killed too. No matter how skilled he was, he would end up dead with the fact that with how dangerous they are. Powerful Nen users. So, they found the book and they killed Kyuso at the outside world, but the only way to go out is to pass the test. So, simply Kurapika goes the test. And for the final, he's able to pass the first few tests, and now moves on to the final. This final test is that he must pick up Ian a partner, must go grocery shopping. One must not must complete the test without letting anyone see his scarlet eyes. So Kurapika decides to pick Pyro. An elder does warn him, but Kurapika is insistent. The elder gives him some type of medicine. That's what potion or something. Puts on his eyes. If he loses his scar eyes, they'll stay that way. Even if he calms down, they'll stay red. Like a state after death. Even once you die, your eyes stay the same. They make your eyes feel like they're the death state in a way. That's pretty interesting to think. So, yeah, after doing the test, they run into bugs who pick on Pyro. Kurapika, really upset what they've done to his friends, Luke goes insane, showing his scar eyes. He beats the crap with these bugs, feels that the old elder hired them to bar the test. But Kurapika gets even more pissed because he didn't. The elder did not tell them to insult Pyro, being blind, his disability. Well, those big bugs ran away. People were afraid of Kurapika seeing his scar eyes. So Kurapika feels upset that he blew it. But Pyro cheers him up and feels that, and Kurapika's eyes are back to normal. Basically, Pyro swapped it out with the medicine. So the yeah, they look like they passed the test. So they managed to pass, and Kurapika makes his leave for now. Says goodbye to everyone. Listen, he wants to go find someone, a doctor in the outside world, to help find a way to cure Pyro's blindness. The only way to do that is to have an eye transplant. Have different eyes. Because otherwise, they need surgery to get them new eyes. But it's very, very expensive. Six weeks later, Kurapika found out the Cutter clan were wiped out by the Phantom Troop. That same on the quest when we first met him. Now his outfit in the flashback is quite unique. It's like this one he's wearing now, because he's wearing his York New City outfit. But also, it's slightly different. I really like how this shows the difference. So I really applaud this. So, really, Kurapika is able to see where his eyes are. You see, and describes the man he sees. And shockingly sees something on his hand. A spider with the number 4 on it. A member of the Phantom Troop. There's a thing though, what's confusing is, he's going to replace that member. How are there 2 number 4s? Don't forget, Hisko was a member of the Phantom Troop. But at this point in time, he's left. He was never a true member, and the troop hate him. I originally thought this took place in between the York New City arc, during the mid-season break, where the end of the first half, where next episode picks up with the second half. Well, it takes place in between those two. But I was wrong, it takes place after, because something that happens later. So anyway, Kurapika managed to describe the location. Leo managed to draw it down, exponentially. So they're going to try to search it up. So after searching for the possible locations, Gon Kilo inside the head there. Gon for his license, so Kilo had hands onto it for a bit. And head off. Well, Leorio stays behind to look after Kurapika. So, going to the arrive and say split up for now to gather intel on what location. When they go and sees a street performance by a young boy mastering a puppet. Goes suppressed, but sees that young girl's in danger. When the boy tries to help him, he gets crushed, but Go manages to save them. The young boy bangs him. Introduces himself. His name was... shit. Even though I did remember the name, I forgot. God damn it, I hate my brain. Fuck. I think his name was, bugger, I'm just gonna say the boy for now. Until I can remember the name. Anyway. Gon and Kilo's had to meet up at the clock tower at 9 p.m. So, Kilo says he's done and goes meet up with Gon. He sees Gon with that boy. Kilo was kind of jealous. Alright, we see this makes it confusing with the ending of his... And again, I could be wrong. I have to look at the endings. Anyway. Kilo really doesn't like him. And they can't get in a fight where Kilo pushes him down. Yeah, don't always know mad, but Kilo realizes him. He asks the boy if he's a girl. So this girl reveals her the truth. Basically, a girl being caught out on her own caused danger, so she pretends to be a boy to be safe. She mentioned her brother being a puppeteer, so she wanted to be one too. So yeah. So go and kill her. Talk to her. Yeah. In her bar. So she tries to help them out in locating where that place is. She knows where it is, but now they need to take a rest. And back at the hospital room, Kurapika and Leo was asleep. Then Isuka comes in. He has some information for Kurapika. No, if he wanted to kill Kurapika, he would have just done it. On second thought. God, Isuka's that dangerous. And we'll see his brothers go to control the Hunter exam arc. So yeah. Meanwhile, Gon and Killua are sleeping when they're suddenly attacked by Ubugi, but that should be impossible because he's dead. You don't know who Ubugi is? He's a member of the Phantom Troop that Kurapika battled in the York New City arc and killed. Ubugi is a dangerous man with his big bad impact. So yeah, Gon and Killua have to survive battling him. Wait. Here's a bit. How is he supposed to know what Gon and Killua look like? He's not supposed to know. That doesn't make any sense, because Ubugi never met them. He died before that battle. Because Gon, Killua, and Leori were busy with other pins. So Gon and Killua had to fight him off, but he's too strong. But they're kind of saved by Nobunaga, who easily kills him, which is revealed to be a puppet. Then the main antagonist shows up, named Ugami, former member of the Phantom Troop. Nobunaga really doesn't like him. That's really pissed. So Ugami creates puppets of the Shelbys and Panzu, who's dead at this point. That's why this is what confirms that this was at the end, after the York New City arc, not during, because Panzu died at the end of the arc. If you don't know, I'm not gonna go over that. You just have to watch videos about that, or see clips. Basically, she died. So yeah, but with the help of the other Phantom Troop member, one who used their needles, they used to be Hisoka films the info or Ugami used to be a member of the Phantom Troop, but Hisoka didn't kill him after replacing him. Because he can let someone like that die back for it. So he wanted to savor it. You know, let's focus on Kurapika. He doesn't get much screen time in the movie. He doesn't get much to do because we should focus more on Killua. Now, some want to focus on two characters, but if they're doing it in a movie, I think it should be more focused on one character. It's easier that way. Then shift, because if it's in the arc, it can easily shift perspectives at any time. Because on different characters to develop. And Killua was developing throughout the Chimera Ants arc. We know that reason Killua has his Lumi's voice in his head is because of a needle in his head, which he removed in the Chimera Ants arc. Killua is still like the girl. So we go and Killua learn about Ugami's powers. He can create nem puppets. They create puppets. They can even bring the souls with their memories. They're dangerous. So, yeah, they warn Gon and Killua to stay out of their way to take down Ugami. Because spiders always take care of one of their own. And leave. Yeah, Killua still doesn't like to go, but they decided to get her some new clothes. Hisco's also bringing this information to Kurapika. But we won't see them for quite a bit. So the girl dressed in the new outfit. She's good. Killua doesn't really trust her, so he takes Gon outside the charm, and she uses her puppet comes to life. Killua says he doesn't trust her. I think that she might betray him. Gon wants to find out something a bit more. Anyway, the girl heard the friends, but still wanted to stick with them because she wants to help. Gon, not realizing that the puppet somehow falls into some shadow car, another puppet. So yeah. Anyway, she takes him to the location. Gon and Killua tell her to leave for now, keep safe. So they head to the down that location and find a mansion. On the outside, they discover Illumi, Illumi's puppet. Gon tries his best to battle him, but he's strong. He's saying what Illumi said to Killua. Again. And Killua runs away. And Gon got knocked out the window. Illumi was about to take Killua's eyes, but Gon saved him but got his eyes taken. Make Killua feel upset. He runs away. Feel like he's betrayed Gon. He's also when his eyes Gon's hunter's license in his pocket. He remembers when he first met Gon. It's like how he felt about him at the start. He just started talking to him because they were on the same age, but after you got to know Gon better, they become good friends. Gon is a risk his life for him. Just saying. Killua thinks he doesn't deserve to be Gon's friend and is wanting to die, but Gon sees him. Gon was able to track his scent, even if he's got no eyes. Killua says what he thinks to Gon, and he doesn't have to be a friend. But Gon doesn't care. Killua is his best friend. He doesn't care Killua will betray him. You'll still trust him after that. Wow. How normal. Okay. So, Kopika and Leo also show up, encouraging Killua. Killua realizes it. So now the four are going to take down Ugami. I think that's his name anyway. I'm not sure. I think it might be saying a similar name to a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or simply the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. So, so the four managed to find Ugami's mansion. While we learn a little bit of truth about the girl, she's actually the sister of Ugami, but she's a puppet because he experimented on his sister to use that puppet ability, causing her eyes to fall, and she died. So he made her a puppet. I was trying to find eyes for her. So, even though she didn't want this, and he took his eyes back because those are the ones she was using. Don't always suspected something was off with her because she was a puppet too. Yeah, it's pretty small. And they form outside the mansion. They're ready to face their fears. Kurapika's definitely angry at what he did to Pyro. Even though it's not him. Pyro will never think that way. So Kurapika and Leorio face Pyro, or Kilo face Illumi. Both willing to get Angana eyes back. But Kurapika is emotional. But I think they should have just focused more on Kurapika for the movie. They could have just found a way to bring the character back. Like, he was brought back as a dead. They could have kept a bit of that plot in. Just moving the Lumi part. And say that, well, since Kilo gets developed in the Chimera Ants arc, he doesn't need development in the films. Of course, there's another film I gotta watch too, but not tonight. So yeah. Now they face Ugami. And he's also the puppets of the Phantom Troop he created, using most of their abilities. And after battling, Gon and Kilo came up with an idea of how Kurapika uses chain jail. And that's what they did. Mephisto also showing up to be the puppets, because he wants to kill Gon and Kilo himself. So, Kurapika uses chain jail on Ugami. Ugami doesn't understand. But Kurapika sets some conditions. Of course, Ugami refuses because he won't be able to create puppets anymore. They keep telling him that Reyes, the girl's suffering. It's just a suffering. He doesn't believe them. Kilo starts Kurapika saying that he shouldn't kill another person. Ask him to let him handle this, because he doesn't want to see him kill again. Because Kilo has only been killing with those other two. But instead, Ugami's killed by his own sister. Actually, she says it herself. She didn't want this. She didn't want people to lose their eyes. But he still had to deal with the fact troop puppets. But then the real troop shows up killing them. Of course, they do want to kill the main characters now and then, when they can't right now, because they plan to get the chain off of their boss, Lucifer. Hello, Lucifer. So for now, until they move that chain, once they move the chain, they're going to come back for them. And that's going to be an arc in itself. The Phantom Troop Bite, the Spider Spite arc or something. I don't know, what name can you come up with it? But because that probably its own arc, Lord resolved at Fairy's Bow, and then go in Spinal Battle against Hisoka. Anyway, they leave. The mansion starts burning down, with the girls willing to die with her brother to be reunited in just their memories. They get out. One of the endings is played on New York New City arc, or was it during the final arc? I can't remember. I really can't remember. It's been a while. I guess I looked it up on YouTube. So, you mentioned something that's the memories. Basically, conclusion that memories you make on your own. Something like that. And Kilo realizes he doesn't have a goal. No one wants him to be his dad. So yeah. So Gon, Kurapika, and Kilo, Kurapika, and Leorio say goodbye for now. But they will meet again. Kurapika heads back to York City Leorio goes after killing his studies, or Gonkyo will head back to wherever they came from. I do not know where it came from. They don't explain where they were in the first place. What were they doing? If they take place during the Green Islands arc, you'll use their Nen abilities, but no. And the film shows us cameos by Lucifer Crollo himself. That doesn't count as a cameo though. We do see a cameo of Biscuit doing her Green Island dress. She wears 3 different outfits for her appearances in the series. We also see a cameo of Kite. This is interesting though. And we see a Jean cameo. But that version of Jean didn't even appear to the last arc, which ended in September 2014. So that doesn't make sense. Obviously, the Chimera Ant arc must have been airing since late 2013. So, the Green Island arc must have just recently started at that point. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, you up to date with the comes of future. Until next time, thank you for watching, I'll see you soon. Kill Peanuts out.